Tunde's lush farm, a father's legacy. The soil was rich and fertile, and he took great pride in the vibrant crops he nurtured with his own hands. Tunde was a man of the earth, his heart intertwined with every seed he planted. On a fateful morning, the sun rose with a promise, casting a golden hue over the landscape. Tunde set off to the fields, humming a tune that echoed his love for his family. His wife, Amina, was preparing a meal for their children, Adama and Babatunde. Their laughter filled the air, a melody that accompanied Tunde as he walked. The day was filled with hard work and hope. Tunde toiled under the blazing sun, planting and tending to the crops, dreaming of the bountiful harvest that awaited him. He often thought of the future. Adama would inherit the farm, Babatunde would grow into a strong young man, and they would build a life full of joy and prosperity. But when shadows grew long and the sun dipped low, Tunde returned home, his heart light with anticipation. As he approached his compound, however, the air grew heavy with an unsettling silence. The door to his home stood ajar, swinging gently in the breeze, a stark contrast to the warmth that usually greeted him. "Tunde," he called out, his voice echoing in the stillness. "Amina, Adama, Babatunde." But only silence answered his pleas, and dread began to claw at his insides. Desperation drove him to search every corner of his home, but it was empty. Panic surged through him as he stumbled upon his neighbor, an old man with a sorrowful gaze. The man's words fell like stones, heavy and unyielding. "Tunde, they took them." The slavers came. They were sold before the sun reached its peak. Tunde's heart shattered. His world, once filled with laughter and love, had been torn apart in an instant. The grain of hope he had nurtured all day was replaced by a profound emptiness. He spent days searching, pleading with anyone who might know where they had been taken, but it was as if the earth had swallowed them whole. Years passed, each one dragging Tunde deeper into a well of sorrow. The village, once vibrant and alive, felt like a ghost town to him. He became a shell of the man he once was, working his land in a daze, haunted by memories of Amina's laughter and Adama's playful banter. The villagers watched him, a man broken by loss, but he found solace in the sunrises that painted the sky in hues of hope. With each passing season, Tunde found himself tending to the same soil that had once been a source of joy. He became a master at growing crops, yet he could not escape the shadow of his family's absence. The laughter of children had been replaced by the chirping of birds, and the warmth of Amina's embrace was now a distant memory. As the years turned into a blur, Tunde's heart grew heavy with unspoken grief. He learned to exist in the silence, burying his sorrow deep within. He became a stoic figure in the village, known for his resilience, but also for his painful past. Then, one day, as Tunde tended to the crops, a woman approached him. Her name was Essie, a gentle soul with a kind spirit. She had moved to the village seeking a fresh start, having lost her own family to the ravages of war. Tunde was drawn to her warmth, but he felt torn. Could he open his heart again? Essie saw the pain in Tunde's eyes and offered friendship, slowly breaking through the walls he had built around himself. They shared stories of loss, and as time passed, Tunde found himself smiling again, laughter echoing softly in the corners of his heart. Essie was a balm to his wounds, and he began to rebuild his life, albeit with the shadows of his past always lurking in the background. As the seasons changed, Tunde and Essie married, and together they welcomed 2 children, Kwame and Nia. They filled their home with laughter, and Tunde learned to cherish the moments he had. Yet, he never forgot Amina, Adama, and Babatunde. Their memories were woven into the fabric of his being, a bittersweet reminder of love lost. Every year, on the anniversary of their disappearance, Tunde would take his family to the edge of the fields where he used to play with Adama and Babatunde. He would tell Essie and the children stories of their adventures, painting vivid pictures of the love that once filled their home. Essie listened, understanding the importance of those memories, and she encouraged Tunde to honor them. 20 years passed, and the farm transformed into a vibrant place of life, filled with the laughter of 2 families intertwined by love and loss. But Tunde still felt the ache of what had been taken from him. Then, one fateful day, as Tunde worked the fields, a commotion broke out in the village. A caravan had returned, bringing with it stories of those who had been lost and the horrors they had endured. Tunde's heart raced as he overheard the names being whispered: Amina, Adama, Babatunde. He dropped his tools and rushed to the village square, where a crowd had gathered. There they stood, Amina, Adama, and Babatunde, ragged but alive. The years had etched lines on their faces, but their eyes sparkled with the same light he had cherished. They had returned. As Tunde reached out, their eyes met, and time folded around them. He felt the warmth of Amina's hand, the familiar embrace that sent waves of emotion crashing over him. But the years had also changed Tunde. He stood with AC and their children by his side. The reunion was bittersweet, filled with joy and heartache. Amina's gaze fell upon Essie, a moment of confusion flashing across her face. Tunde felt the weight of unspoken words hang in the air. "Where do we go from here?" Amina asked, her voice steady yet trembling. Tunde knew that healing would take time. They were strangers in a familiar world, each carrying the scars of their journey. He took a deep breath and spoke from his heart. "Together," he replied, looking at both families. "We will find our way." The village buzzed with excitement and emotion as people began to gather around, eager to hear the stories of Amina and the children. They shared their harrowing journey, the pain of separation, and the unyielding hope that had kept them alive. Amina spoke of the strength she had found in adversity, of how Adama and Babatunde had grown into resilient young adults. Adama had become a skilled craftsman, while Babatunde had developed a talent for storytelling that captivated everyone around him. They had held onto their memories, drawing strength from the love of their father. As days turned into weeks, Tunde, Amina, Azi, and their children began to navigate this new reality together. Tunde and Amina found themselves sharing stories late into the night, recounting their pasts, their joys, and their losses. Essie too became an integral part of this new family, offering support and love to Amina, who had endured so much. The bond between the families deepened as they worked together on the farm, merging their skills and knowledge. Tunde felt a sense of renewal as he watched the two families intertwine, their laughter echoing across the fields once more. They shared meals, celebrated festivals, and honored the past while building a future together. Yet, the road to healing was not without its challenges. There were moments of tension, misunderstandings, and the weight of the past often resurfaced. But they faced these challenges together, learning to communicate openly and to understand each other's perspectives. Tunde found solace in the rhythms of farm life, and he taught both his children and Amina's children the values he held dear: respect for the land, the importance of family, and the power of resilience in the face of adversity. Slowly but surely, they began to forge a new family dynamic, one rooted in love and compassion. As the harvest season approached, the village prepared for a grand celebration, a festival honoring the return of loved ones and the strength of community. Tunde and Amina, along with AC, worked tirelessly to prepare for the festivities, their hearts swelling with gratitude for the second chance they had been given. The day of the festival arrived, and the village square was adorned with colorful fabrics, vibrant foods, and the sounds of joyous music. Laughter filled the air as villagers danced, celebrating not only the harvest but also the reunion of families. Tunde stood at the edge of the square, watching his children dance with Adama and Babatunde, their laughter a melody that warmed his heart. Amina and Easy stood beside him, sharing smiles and stories, their bond stronger than ever. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the village, Tunde took a moment to reflect on the journey that had brought them all together. He thought of the pain, the loss, and the resilience that had shaped their lives. It was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, love could find a way to endure. As the festival continued, Tunde gathered both families around a large bonfire. He spoke of the importance of unity, of embracing the past while looking forward to the future. "We are woven together by our experiences, our love, and our shared journey," he said, his voice steady and filled with emotion. "We honor those we lost, but also celebrate the lives we have built together. Let this be a testament to the strength of love and the power of family." Tears glistened in the eyes of Amina and Easy as they nodded in agreement. The children listened intently, understanding the depth of their parents' words. They were not just a family, they were a tapestry of resilience, woven together by threads of love, hope, and forgiveness. As the night deepened, they shared stories, laughter, and dreams for the future. Tunde realized that though the past could never be erased, they had the power to create new memories, to build a legacy that would honor those who had come before them. And so, under the vast African sky, surrounded by the warmth of family and community, Tunde, Amina, AC, and their children embraced the journey ahead. They were ready to write the next chapter of their lives, one filled with love, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds of family. As the years rolled on, the farm flourished, a testament to the strength of their united families. They faced life's challenges together, always looking back at the roots that had brought them together, celebrating the love that had flourished even in the harshest of circumstances. And as we conclude this tale, I want to take a moment to thank you for joining us on this journey. Your presence and attention breathe life into these stories, reminding us of the power of connection, resilience, and the enduring spirit of family. Thank you for watching, and may we all carry the lessons of love and hope with us as we walk our own paths.